Well, there are no off days for the people who work inside the armory in Sparta right now. They're not stocking military supplies, but rather clothes for the refugees staying at Fort McCoy. Tahlil Mohadeen learned today the changing seasons has them asking for more help. Tahlil?
It's a team of about a dozen people working 7 days a week, 8 hours a day to sort through thousands of items arriving at Fort McCoy. And while they're incredibly grateful for everything they've received so far, they're now looking for more targeted donations. It's a different kind of mission these days for the men and women working in this building.
Most of the time that need is associated with hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, that type of thing.
An avalanche of clothing to sort and ship.
We are ready to answer any call, and we were called here to help with this problem.
Team Rubicon is running the clothing and essentials distribution hub for Fort McCoy in nearby Sparta.
Several times a day with the store to understand what we need.
They're working with the Salvation Army to make sure the more than 10,000 Afghan refugees staying in Wisconsin have the clothes they need as the seasons change.
As many of them fled with only the clothes on their back and very few belongings, there is an immediate need for winter clothing and shoes.
Team Rubicon's planning section chief Jeff Wag says new items are preferred, mainly because they're much easier and faster to sort. He loves seeing all donations, but knows there are some things to consider before clothing goes to the refugees.
For example, the guests prefer not to have animals depicted on children's clothing. This is not something folks would think of, and there are so many little things like this that it's very difficult.
It's also a matter of logistics.
The community has been incredibly generous, and we have received, you will see as we go in the building, an incredible amount of stuff, and it is great. The problem is that we now have an overabundance of some things and not enough.
Wag says they're forced to find space for items like blankets that they don't need more of, while waiting on winter clothes and men's and women's shoes. But he's confident between the teams in place and your help, it's a mission they can accomplish.
This is a new thing. We're all a month into this. This is all brand new, and we're doing the best we can to get the things to the guests as soon as possible.
Team Rubicon asks you to take those donations to any one of 4 Salvation Army drop-off spots across the state. The closest one to you is likely the location on Darbo Drive in Madison, but there are also locations in Milwaukee, Wausau, and La Crosse.